Hello, everybody. Now that you've gotten to know Shakespeare a little bit and understood his lasting impact and legacy, now let's get to know the play that we're going to be reading, A Midsummer Night's Dream. Today, we will define the characteristics of Shakespearean comedy and explain how A Midsummer Night's Dream exemplifies those traits. We'll identify and discuss the major themes of A Midsummer Night's Dream, discussing some textual evidence to support them. And finally, we will talk about some of our main characters of the play and their initial relationships together. William Shakespeare was often regarded as one of the, if not the, greatest playwright and poet of the English language. He was born in 1564 in Stratford upon Avon, England. Over his lifetime, he wrote approximately 39 plays, 154 sonnets, and two long narrative poems. His work spanned various genres, including tragedy, comedy, history, and romance. A Midsummer Night's Dream is one of Shakespeare's comedies, so let's take a look at the features of a Shakespearean comedy that make them unique. Just because they're funny doesn't mean that they do not have a complex plot. Shakespeare's comedies feature intricate and convoluted plots with multiple intertwining storylines. They're usually happy endings. They end on a positive note, often with one or more people getting married. These happy conclusions restore the order and harmony that is initially disrupted in these complex plots. There's also a common feature of concealment. Many times characters will disguise themselves, which lead to humorous situations and dramatic irony. Remember, dramatic irony is when the audience knows something that a character does not. Of course, because they're comedies, they're also humorous. Shakespeare relies on his wit, wordplay, puns, and humorous banter to keep the audience laughing. There are complex relationships, and they often explore the themes of love and how complex love can be, and how foolish and irrational people can be when they are involved in a romantic pursuit. And finally, Shakespeare has lots of social commentary. Although his comedies are lighthearted, they often critique societal norms, gender roles, and human behavior. And A Midsummer Night's Dream is no exception to that. All right, now let's take a look on how to read A Midsummer Night's Dream, because since it is a play, it is written as a script. So the first thing that we will see is the title will be in acts. There will be 5 acts. So for example, it may say Act 3, and all the acts will also be written in Roman numerals. After the title, we will also get a scene setting, so we know where our characters are. It could say something like Scene 2, another part of the wood. Once we know where our characters are, then we need to know how they're moving around on the stage so we can get stage directions, such as the fairy king Oberon enters, or Demetrius and Hermia enter. After we know where our characters are and how they're moving on the stage, then we need to know what they're saying to each other. Since it's written as a script and meant to be performed, remember that dialogue is the vast majority of a script, and it's up to character speech to let us know as the audience what's going on. For example, Oberon, in an aside to Robin, meaning he's speaking just to the character Robin, he says, "Stand close. This is the same Athenian." Robin responds to Oberon, "This is the woman, but not this, the man." Now that we know how to read the script, let's get an idea of what we can expect from the story. The basic plot of A Midsummer Night's Dream is as follows. It is a fantastical comedy that interweaves multiple storylines involving love, a little bit of magic, and even transformation. The play is set in Athens in a nearby enchanted forest where the lives of several groups of characters will intersect in humorous and very unexpected ways. There are a few main themes that we need to look out for as we read the play. The first and foremost is love and the complications of it. This play showcases the different types of love, including romantic love, unrequited love, and even transformative love that is influenced by magic. Here's a couple quotes that we will see as we read that relate to the theme of love. The course of love never did run smooth. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. Another major theme is magic in the supernatural. Magic influences the actions and the emotions of the characters. The magical forest serves as its setting where the supernatural comes into full play. Here's a couple quotes from some of our fairy characters here. First, we have Puck, who is very mischievous and causes a whole lot of trouble. He says, I'll put a girdle round about the earth in 40 minutes. Oberon, king of the fairies, at another point in the play says, the juice of it on sleeping eyelids laid will make man or woman madly dote upon the next live creature that it sees. This is referring to a magic potion. So just wait to see how that comes into play. Finally, we have the theme of order and disorder. This play is messy and it gets really, really crazy sometimes. So there is a juxtaposition highlighted between the theme of order and disorder, showing how the characters move from chaos and back to harmony. Oberon at one point will be restoring order from an issue with his wife Titania when he wakes her up. Earlier on in the play, Theseus, who is the Duke of Athens, is trying to hand down orders to a character based on their actions, where he orders them to either die the death or to abjure forever the society of men. So, who's in this play? Here are major players. First, we have Theseus. He's the Duke of Athens, and he is engaged to Hippolyta. Hippolyta is the queen of the Amazons, and she is in Athens preparing for their wedding. One of our first major couples are Hermia and Lysander. Hermia is in love with Lysander, but she's being pressured by her father to marry Demetrius. Lysander loves Hermia back, and he decides to marry her against her father's wishes. Another one of our main couples is Helena and Demetrius. Helena is very much in love with Demetrius, but he does not love her back. Demetrius is spending all his time pursuing Hermia, and he does not like Helena. Oberon and Titania are the king and queen of the fairies. Oberon is kind of a jerk, and Titania is just really tired of his nonsense. And their ongoing feud will become a major factor in the play. We also have Puck. He is Oberon's mischievous servant, and he is responsible for many of the mishaps that will happen throughout the play. We have the group of mechanicals, and no, they are not robot people, they're just people. They're a group of Athenian craftsmen who provide comic relief, and throughout the play, they are attempting to perform their own play. So we have a play within a play aspect that adds to the humor. And then finally, we have Nick Bottom. He is a member of the Mechanicals who believes he is smarter than everyone and is our main source of comedic relief. Spoiler alert, he will be turned into a donkey. All right, now that you have a little bit of a taste of what to expect, I hope you're ready to enjoy A Midsummer Night's Dream.